Hello everyone, Eddie here, and in today's video I want to talk about why I actually started the channel. I want to actually have a good dialogue with people who may disagree with my point of view and my perspective and get a different perspective. That was the whole point of actually doing the channel, and actually to vent. I actually view some of this as therapeutic, to get my thoughts out and then see if other people think the way I think or have different thoughts. I find it very enlightening. And so what I actually want to talk about is that actually a few days ago my mother calls me and tells me that she actually had a very robust discussion with a Trump supporter, with a MAGA supporter. And so she wanted to tell me about the encounter. And so I'm just going to go over a few highlights and then how that actually made me feel. And so, first and foremost, my mother, as of this recording, does not know I have this channel. I did one or two videos to kind of test it out, and she was concerned that with me being a federal employee, that I would get retaliated against. So I've never told her about the channel. That being said, I did create the channel obviously to discuss these particular issues and just to share my thoughts. So when she actually told me that when she was getting her car serviced, that another gentleman was coming in there who happened to be white, was a MAGA supporter, Trump supporter, and they got to talking politics. That he actually brought the subject up, and they were going back and forth, with my mother constantly saying that Trump is actually a liar, and then that the person was going back and forth saying, well, he did this and he did that and he did this, and let my mother tell it. Everyone was kind of avoiding them too as they were discussing, because politics is can be a very heated thing. But what I take out of it is that they were really having a good, robust discussion, and my mom was giving points. Apparently, the gentleman was giving points, and they were going back and forth. And then when their cars were repaired, the MAGA supporter goes and fist bumps my mother and says, "You know what? Thank you for talking to me." Said, "My friends don't talk to me. They won't have like discussions like this with me." To which my mother replied, she says that, well, you voted for a different person, and so, give them time. You know, a lot of people are still processing, still kind of hurt about the outcome. So give them time. So he turns to my mother and tells her, "I love you." And she turns right back to him and said, "I love you too." And that just to me symbolized that the fact that, we all are people. As I like to say, we all are neighbors to one another. And it's nice to be thoughtful, compassionate, empathetic, sympathetic to your neighbors. To say that, I may disagree with you, but I do actually care about you as a person. You may have a different political ideology than me, but I still do care about you as a person. I don't want to see harm or any ill will fall upon you. And I think if we all take that moving forward, and we all behave in that manner moving forward, I think the world would be a much better place. Now, let me just say this. I still do not particularly care for Trump. But I'm still open minded that if I think he ever does something good, I will give him his kudos. But I am by no means a Trump supporter. I think that he is just ill equipped for such a great, huge honor to be the President of the United States. And really, my goal in these videos is to have a thoughtful discussion, to hopefully persuade some people that, don't vote for him. Don't vote for the MAGA or the Republicans because they truly don't have your best interest in heart. And then actually to find out what could I say or what could I do to maybe even sway people's minds. And then give me a different perspective because we're all tend to be in our bubbles. Some of us try to explore different bubbles, but I think as Americans, we're just naturally put into silos. Case in point, name your favorite sports team. You're with them and somebody else is with the other ones. So it's like kind of automatically puts us in this adversarial role. But I do think that if we actually talk to one another in a more civil tone, I believe we will find that we do have a lot of things in common, that we all have a lot of similar goals, and that my hope is that we'll turn our attention and make sure that what we want as a society, our lawmakers will start implementing that. And if they don't, let's vote them out of office. That seems like the most reasonable thing to do. But this is just my opinion. I would love to hear yours in the comments section below. And if you keep watching these videos, I'll keep creating it. Thanks.